Hi there. Today I'm making a fig crostata, which is an Italian jam tart. It's one of the most classic Italian desserts and absolutely delicious. Plus, it's really simple to make. So to get started, you're going to need about 1 3/4 cup of flour, a half a cup of sugar, some butter, 2 egg yolks, salt, the zest of 1 lemon, a little bit of milk, and then some fig preserves. I love the brand Bon Maman. You can find pretty much every flavor. Other classic Italian flavors are cherry or apricot, but you can use strawberry or raspberry as well. So what you're going to want to do is take your flour and sugar and go ahead and sift those into a bowl. You're just going to make a little hole in the flour sugar mound and then simply add your eggs, your softened butter, the zest of a lemon, the salt, and about a tablespoon of milk. Then you're going to work it together either with your hands or if you have a food processor. I used a handheld mixer, and then towards the end I just like to get in there with my hands and just knead it together. Really work it so the dough is mixed together nicely. Then you're going to wrap up the dough, the ball of dough, and in some plastic and put it in the fridge for about an hour. Then once you've done that, you're going to get out your cutting board and lay down some parchment paper. I'll tell you why. This is a great tip in a minute. Lay down some parchment paper, make sure to flour it, and get your ball of dough and just start working it out with your rolling pin. Also make sure to use some flour on the rolling pin so the dough doesn't stick to it. So once you flatten that out, and you're going to want to reserve a little bit of dough from that big ball of dough for the lattice work on top of the crostata. So once it's all laid out like this, you're going to get your buttered and floured pie dish like this. And then what makes it easy with the parchment paper is you can just literally lay this on top and flip the parchment paper right over. So you're not working with trying to get the dough just into the pan itself. And if something happens and it falls apart, just use your fingers. Don't be afraid, just work it all together. So once you have your dough in your pan, you're going to take your preserves and just smooth them out on top of the dough itself. You do that, and then you're going to want to take your dough, the remaining part of your dough, and either with a knife or a little cutter, just make little strips that you're going to lay right across the top. Then you're going to put it in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, and when you take it out, let it cool completely, and you will have a crostata that looks like this. It's absolutely delicious. You can have it for breakfast or with a cup of coffee or a glass of water as a snack in the afternoon, but it's great. So I hope you get to try this recipe, and I'll see you next time.